All right, how's it going out there, everybody? I just now dropped a video for everyone showing a leak of a recording that happened in the White House, okay? Now, I just dropped that video, they removed that video. So what I'm doing right now, I'm making this video right here, and I'm leaving the link below this video so you guys can get to this video. Now, they're saying that I had some content in it that wasn't supposed to be in it, but they didn't give me no strike or nothing. But I had content in it that wasn't supposed to be in it. Now, I'm gonna show you guys the content I had in it. All I had was a couple of pictures in there and the video itself. So the video that you guys finna play in this link down below is all that I had in there. So I don't see how they're gonna take it out unless they're saying they're taking it out over the pictures. Now, if they're saying they're taking it out over the name that I named it, now that could be it. But I try to re-upload the video and put another name on it, and they wouldn't let me even upload the video. You see what I'm saying? So what's really going on? So I want y'all to hit this link because I don't really want to say much in this video because I don't want them to snatch it down just because I said something that was inside of this video. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like I left in the beginning of this video the same pictures that I had and the ones that they removed. So go watch those videos in connection with what you're seeing right now, with what you're witnessing. That's why I'm putting these videos up like this. I want you guys to go watch the videos that I put up there that I recommended you guys to watch. And then I want you guys to go look at what's going on out here right now too, okay? And I forgot to tell you in my one video where you guys seen Trump signing over all the power to FEMA, I forgot to let you guys know he did that on March 13th. You guys got to watch these dates, okay? Everything is on alignment with the zodiac wheel, okay?
Decoded message that we are now under the rule of FEMA, no longer having a president. Fast forward to March 19th, 2020, the FEMA National Response Coordination Center.
Mr. President, Vice President, thank you for being here. Really appreciate your visit to FEMA. I think your visit really, as you indicated last week, by signing the national emergency, has really empowered FEMA, has really empowered FEMA, has really empowered FEMA.
And he just made the declaration that FEMA is empowered, has really empowered FEMA.
So on March 13th, he signs all the power over to FEMA. And then they have this interview at FEMA on March 19th. And now let me show you both them dates right here in connection with each other through the dates of the release of the virus, the same date as the Baphomet, the solstice and the equinox, and also with this date that's showing that they're having this interview. So I'm going to further decode some more dates for you because everything that they're going to do, the dates are going to be in connection with each other. The reason why is because they want the stars, the energy and the influence of the heavens to back up any plan and agenda that they're trying to put forth, okay? So on this decoding here, we all already know that the New Year's start in March. That's where the New Year's have always started at. That's what it is. But the Romans have changed it from starting in March to the New Year's beginning in January, okay? So we know when they did that, that made January number 1. And that made March number 3 instead of March being number 1. So when they did that, they confused everything. And that made 1-3 end up being where it ended up being the secret society's special number because it was the numbers that represented the order of time being changed. You see what I'm saying? Because it represents the order of time being changed under their Luciferian orders. You see what I'm saying? So those are the numbers that they released the virus on. January and March, 1 and 3, okay? Because that's their numbers. So as you can see, the release dates of the virus was on January, which represents the 1, and on March, that represents the 3, right? So when you change this time back to the order of the original time, right? The 1 ended up being right here where the Aries at, right? And then you started going around, and then the 9 ended up being here. So you end up with March 19th. You end up with 19, right? And this is where you also get your, I can't say the word, right? But this is where you get your code 19 at. You see? Right here on the 1, 3, which turns to the 1, 9 when you turn it back to its original order. Y'all see what I'm showing? You see? See, this is all evidence to show that this whole thing ain't what they're trying to make it seem like it is. It's about this shit right here I'm showing you. You see what I mean? It's really all just a sign over all the power to FEMA. That's what it is. It ain't even about the virus. You see what I'm saying? And that leaked video, that leaked recording from the White House that they removed, that I put up on my channel yesterday, that's what that was showing. It was showing that they was just using that for something else. And this is what they're using it for, what I'm showing you right here, to bring in the New World Order, and they're doing it all on these dates in order to put the power of the heavens behind it. You see what I'm saying? I want to add to this too also, and I really don't want to put no race in this situation, right? Because all people need to come together right now to push out what's evil, because it ain't about race, it's about what's evil, right? But some might be wondering, why did the Romans change the New Year's from March to January to Capricorn? Well, the reason they changed the New Year's from March to January is because, you know, the Caucasian race, the Romans, they were called the ice people. They were the ice people. You see what I'm saying? They come from the winter. They come from the snow. They come from the cold. You see what I mean? And the Aries represent bringing the sun back in, okay? And the black people or darker people was represented as the sun children. You see what I mean? So this is why they changed it from being in the sun into the middle of the winter. Okay, and this is where you get your Christmas, your Santa Claus, your Satan, your Baphomet, your Kronos, all that stuff right here. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick too, just so y'all know why they changed it from March to January. Because they wanted to put it in the middle of the cold, in the middle of the winter, in the middle of death. Okay? And the sun bring back the life. And I think this is what we all want. We all want the sun. We all want the life. We all want the sun, that very sun that they're trying to block out right now. That's what we want. Okay? So one more time, I'm going to explain it again. Real simple. The release dates of the Co-19 was on 1, 3, January, March, right? Followed up after that, right along with that in March, and on March 13th, he signs all the power over to FEMA. And right here on March 19th, he follows up with this interview, which is what Bill Gates and all of them will love, because they get to trample the Constitution once you do that. You see what I'm saying? So all the rights you think you got, that you're going to be screaming out to them, telling them, I got the right, you're violating my rights. No, they're not going to be, because you're not going to have those rights no more, because Mr. Donald Trump decided all of your rights over to FEMA. Okay? Now, they ain't announced that we're in martial law right now, under martial law right now, but we pretty much are under medical martial law right now. So what that means is that this whole COVID thing was really all just to sign the power over to FEMA. That's what this was all about. Okay? Because the COVID numbers is the flu numbers, period. So they just found a way to trick you and sign all your rights over to FEMA, where you don't have no rights no more. You see what I'm saying? Period. But basically, like I'm showing you guys, the 1 and the 3, the January and the March, is the Masonic number. Okay? And it's also the number that complete this whole wheel too, when it sets right in the middle where the 0 is. The 0 in the middle will be like representing the in-out motion. And then when you go around the 12 with the 13 in the middle, that will represent the out-in motion. And then go back to 0 and push back out. You see what I'm saying? See, because these numbers, you know, they get thrown around depending on angles and aspects and what you're trying to look for. You see what I'm saying? But back to the point here. This 1-3, when you change the order back to its original order, it turns to 1-9. You see? And he signed the power over to FEMA on March 13th, and then followed up with an interview with FEMA on March 19th. You see? And this is also how we get our Co-19, okay? So we got our Masonic number 13, which one thing it represents is represents changing the order of time. Okay, and then we got the 19, which is the true order of time. You see, and that's what this is all about. The agents are trying to control the ages, which is they're trying to control the time, which is equal to controlling the events and the spirits. You see? So if they can control this time right now and make this time, this event, what they want it to be, then they get to control our spirits for the next ages. You see what I'm saying? So this is why we got to wake up. Because what this really means is that they keeping us under their dream state. Okay? They're controlling the thoughts and the ideas and the desires inside of this realm. You see? Meaning you are beyond a slave. You are under strict mind control right now. You see? So what people out there need to realize is that life is really a dream. And this is why we keep telling you guys to wake up. Wake up to what? Wake up to the dream. The reality is a dream. This is a real dream. You see what I'm saying? That's why we call it reality. It's a real dream. Because whenever you hear the word ality, like we got the word reality or spirituality or personality. So whenever you hear the word ality, that's indicating something that's left undone. Something that can't be totally explained. You see what I'm saying? The ality, which represents the dream or the spirit at play. You see what I'm saying? And the re mean a couple of things. And just to share a few of them, it means repeat, to do again. And it also means real. Because the real repeats itself again and again. And a lot of people think the word reality, they hear the word real in there, right? And they think it means the word real, like is that real? Is something real? But no, that word real in reality stands in for the word reel, R-E-E-L, like a reel on a projector screen, like when you're projecting a movie on a screen. You see what I'm saying? So reality means an alternate reality or an alternative dream from the original state of being, which is the spirit. So this reality that we're in right now is a projection of a dream that is alternative than the original state of being, which is the spirit space. You see what I'm saying? So everything that you see from trees to animals, no matter what it is, it's all a projection of the light, of the starlight from the sun. You see what I'm saying? That's not just sunlight, that's starlight that's shining down on you. You see what I mean? And everything is a projection, a physical projection of that light. And that's why when you see movie projectors projecting their light, it looks just like a star. You see how when you look up at the star and you see stars changing colors, and you see the different color stars? That's exactly what the projector light is, because that's exactly what our sun star is doing for us. It's projecting a physical projection, and we're part of that projection. You see what I'm saying? So the reason I'm just sharing this part with you guys is just to try to help you guys wake up to the reality that life is a dream. You see? And just because we say it's a dream don't mean it's fake. You know, it actually means that it's real, a projection. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing really real like you think of real as. There's no such thing as that. You know, what you're talking about, what exists? Because the only thing that exists is dreams, is illusions. You see what I'm saying? And those illusions and those dreams are created by the sun. You know? And we are the children of the sun, and we're here to protect the sun. Because that's protecting the earth, that's protecting the world, you know? And the ones that go up against us, I mean, all of us, they know this. And their only way to be your king is to dominate through death and destruction. So they're not about the sun and about righteousness and about love, you see? And this is why they thrusted the New Year's into the middle of winter, because they are about death. And that's how they rule the world and conquer the world, through death. You see what I'm saying? So once we understand that this zodiac wheel is also a dream wheel, that's why the Pisces represents dreams and subconscious, that's when we will start realizing that we need to wake up to the reality. And what is the reality again? The reality is a dream. Okay? And the reality is the real, the projection. And the sun is projecting this reality for us. Okay? It's projecting this alternative dream for us. So it's time for us to wake up and take back our free will, take back our freedom. So it's real simple. I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to show you guys these dates, and I wanted to show you guys that life is a dream and dream is the reality. So we need to come forth and take over our own dream, our own reality, our own life, our own freedom, our own free will, and our own purpose. And that's my message for today. All right, peace.